Hi, I'm Michael Ruttle, immigration attorney. Today is Friday, April 24th, 2020, and here's the latest. Every week here, we try to summarize the biggest stories in immigration law that are affecting everyone, and today is no different. So let's get right to it. There's no question that the biggest news story this week is President Donald Trump's proclamation suspending the entry of immigrants who present a risk to the U.S. labor market during the economic recovery following the COVID outbreak recovery. What does that mean? The way the government is presenting this is that when the economy reopens, as it eventually will after the COVID-19 pandemic settles down, everything is going to surge in activity. That includes immigration, that includes job hiring. And what the administration has said is that they want those jobs and they want Americans who are here right now physically in the United States to get the jobs first that were lost. Right now, tens of millions of people are unemployed, and the administration has taken the position they want those individuals to get the jobs first. So the order went into effect April 23rd, and it's in effect for 60 days. So who's affected? It's kind of limited. I know there was a lot of headlines this week grabbing everyone's attention related to this proclamation. But in effect, a lot of things have already been closed for several weeks, if not months already. And so it doesn't really stop that much. Interviews are already suspended, but it does apply to people who are physically outside the United States already at the time the order went into effect. If you're inside the country, it doesn't apply to you. But if you're outside the country without a valid immigrant visa on the effective date, and you don't have any other type of visa to let you in, then you are excluded from entering the United States for 60 days under this proclamation. One thing that's very important, though, is the use of the word immigrant visa in the president's proclamation. Something that is excluded is the term non-immigrant visa. If you follow our channel, you've seen that we have several other videos relating to various types of non-immigrant visas, which are temporary visas, students, workers, artists, entertainers, a variety of categories. So there might be a separate presidential proclamation on that, but they're excluded under this one. Who else is excluded? Well, explicitly enumerated in the presidential proclamation are people who already have green cards, physically inside or outside of the United States. Healthcare workers who are going to come to the United States to assist medical staff in fighting the COVID-19 outbreak. EB-5 investors, immigrant investors, these are individuals who invest upwards of millions of dollars and hire employees in the United States to create jobs. They're excluded, as well as spouses and children of U.S. citizens. So if you have a spouse currently outside the United States pending an immigrant visa, that individual would not be affected. People who work with U.S. law enforcement, such as witnesses or other agents, members of the U.S. Armed Services, and their family members, such as spouses and minor children. Special immigrants, I'm using quotes there because the special immigrant visa category is reserved for a bunch of different categories like widows or victims or juveniles or translators or certain things like that. But there are a variety of categories. Those individuals are excluded. And last but certainly not least are individuals covered under what's called the national interest waiver. This is a type of employment-based green card where certain individuals can petition themselves for a green card in the United States if they meet certain criteria under the national interest waiver standards. This is something that's codified in the immigration laws. So if you fall under one of these categories, then you are still eligible under to proceed with your immigrant application or non-immigrant visa application. But there is likely more to come. By the way, quick side note, 15 minutes before recording this video, it was just announced that USCIS is going to tentatively reopen their offices on June 4th. That's huge news. That means interviews might start taking place, biometrics, etc. Stay tuned for that. But back to the presidential proclamation. On June 22nd, it's said to expire, in that's 60 days after it took effect. But the way it's written is the president can extend it depending on what happens. So there's going to be a lot that goes on between now and then. So stay tuned, pay attention for that. If you are ready to proceed, or if you want to get ready to proceed when things open up for you, get everything ready, get all your documents ready, birth certificates, passports, make sure you don't have anything expired, get your documents translated into English because you'll need that for your case. Talk to your lawyer if you haven't already to see how you can best be prepared for when the government opens up so you can continue with your case. And last but not least, if you found this information helpful, there's a lot more that we can offer you on our channel. Hit that like button, click that bell, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow us on Facebook to stay up to date. on the ways U.S. immigration laws affect everyone. And please share this video with anyone you think will benefit from the information provided in it. Thank you for watching. If there's something that you want to hear about in our next weekly wrap-up, hit us up at info@ruttlelaw.com, or you can check out our website at www.ruttlelaw.com. Thank you for watching. That's all the time we have this week. Until next time, stay safe. Have a great weekend. That's the latest.